Hello and welcome back. This is Grillenheimer. I just wanted to go over this group here and some. This is not how I started, but these work pretty well together. You're able to have 2 rescue boat patrols with Fix-It in his bot mode. Because the deck is so white heavy, if there's something in your hand you don't like early on, you can use him to, use his tap ability, scrap a white card, scrap your hand, draw 4. It's also going to affect your opponent as well. And then, you want Fix-It to get out first. Of course, it's best to let your opponent go first, because all these 3 have stealth. It's going to force them to go into Chromia. Let's see here. And I think I only have 1 minor medic kit in this deck. I mean, you got the new one with +3 for wave 5. I forgot what it's called. And then there's another one that's... the one in wave 5 is +3, minor medic kit is +2, and then there's another one also that gives you, like, I think +2 for as a utility, but it's not black pips. I forgot the name of it right now, but you really would want that on Chromia as early as you can. But your first move would probably to try to go ahead and tap Fix-It, use his tap ability, or to have him tapped, or have him attack first. And of course, with having a white heavy deck, this allows you to draw more cards. Try to keep Sea-Watch in this mode until Fix-It is knocked out, and then you flip Fix-It, which of course gives him, there we go, +1 to attack or +1 to shield when Fix-It is out, because they're rescue bots. Rescue patrols. So in the meantime, we also have, of course, this maxes out your star count. Now, originally I was doing something else. I was thinking, my initial idea behind this was, and this could have been before wave 5, I can't remember, is that I was trying to get, pretty much all the female cards together, and I think I had Flame War, Chromia, and that really only leaves a 5-star card. And so I may have had another little card in here, maybe Blowpipe or somebody, I can't remember who exactly, or maybe I actually had a couple of those in here. I know I had at least 1. So whenever I play this deck, I think it might, I know it's over 40. I don't think it's 50. But all I have to do is take that out of my deck, and boom, I'm 25 legal with this setup and Bite Gang. So, but I'm trying to let you know where I'm coming from. I'm trying to keep this, my blessed camera still, and how I got here. So this has been pretty interesting. One, like I said, you want to try to let your opponent go first. That forces them to go into Chromia, and then let Fix-It use his tap ability. Trash your hand if you want to, and draw 4 more cards. Keep these cards going. In the meantime, you want him knocked out first, and then the rest of these is not too much, is whoever you really want knocked out next. Of course you're trying to win, but for the most part, like I've said before, when Sea-Watch is in this mode and you draw 2 whites with either of these guys, with him in this mode, they get to draw 3 more when they are either attacking or defending. So you want a mixed deck, but it's going to be, you want it, you know, pretty heavy white. Now I might have this deck a little too white. I'm about to show you what I have here in a minute. And of course, Specialist Flame War is kind of the weakest of the bunch, but she does have Focus 2 in bot mode, which has come into handy when I play the game correctly. And now, when, of course, I've never used Chromia in this mode. I will flip her to this mode to have her flip again. And of course, what we have in here, I have a couple of Plasma Horns. I only have 2 of that card, so that's all I have in here. If I had 3, I would have 3. If I had some more of these, I probably would have some more. I know I've got more than just 1 minor medic kit in my collection, so I could probably have some more of those to be able to bump up all of their health. Plasma Horns to, and I have had Plasma Horns on just about everybody except maybe Fix-It, which has been a wonderful, let me tell you. Let's go over Plasma Horns real quick. Now, since I'm down to like only 1 hand available, I did shuffle my deck, and I did try to draw a couple of cards. And so when Chromia is in this mode and you have Plasma Horns, well, the card does say when you attack and you flip, if you flipped 4 white, then scrap the card. If you didn't, the upgraded character gets 1+ to attack until the end of turn for each white pip you do flip. So you want to flip less than 3 to be able to get the extra attack. So we flip Chromia. I mean, we tap Chromia, attack with her. So she already has an attack of 4 and 5. Well, we flip the 2, so she also gets +2 from Bite Gang. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. White pip 8, white pip 9. So this has a total attack of 9 in the 1 pierce with just this. So something to think about. And this could have happened with any of them. Well, let's say we have Plasma Horn on one of the Rescue Patrol. And since I flipped 2, I have to flip 3 more. That's where it gets a little worrisome. Yeah, I flipped 4. I'd have to scrap this. So, but you still get the +1 to attack down here. But of course they're a boat or whatever, so they don't get the motorcycle. But this would work for the 2 main motorcycles on the team at least. So Bite Gang, you are going to want, unfortunately, white decks are a little weak, but you know, if you throw in some black for pierce, some orange for attack, some white for flipping, and Bite Gang, you're good to go. And I would definitely, I mean, this is going to have to be a mixed deck, or you're not going to have any defense at all. So let's just keep going. Okay, this is probably the strangest deck you've ever seen. It probably needs some tweaking. There's only 5 blue cards. Brass Knuckles, Unflinching Courage, 2 handheld blasters, and a Steady Shot. That's my only blues in here. In the meantime, I have some healthy orange and black pips. The 3 piercing fires, magnetic dysfunction ray, the laser scalpel for utility, and a flip, the minor medic kit. Move up a little bit. The spy satellite uplink, 2 grab inhibitors. Steady Shot has a black pip, combat dagger, orange and black, 3 improvised shields, black pip, black pip, black pip. So, you know, it's got some healthy black pip in Pierce in here. It's not every card. There is a lot, like I said, this is a 40. It was a deck of 45 with the Ultra Magnus armor included. When I take it out, it makes it a 44 card deck. I will admit, I need to take out Sturdy Javelin and replace it probably with another field communicator. I think those are the only 2 I could find at the time, since if you notice on all these characters, all 4 of them are specialists. It was a weird coincidence. I was not looking at specialists. I was looking for like white pip cards. But between surprise attack, head-on collision, or even steady shot with the 2 bicycle fembots, I've gotten some pretty decent attack, even with the rescue patrol, and getting that being able to flip 3 extra cards after flipping at least 2 whites. I mean, I've had Fix It and even Sea Watch knock out some characters, some opponents on the other side as well, that, you know, it comes down to, you know, one or 2 health sometimes, and all of a sudden, boom, I have it. So, you know, we've got Bold on the weapon side, we've got Pierce on the weapon side, Bold 2 with Unflinching Courage, Bold 2 with Brass Knuckles for utility, you know, Pierce 1 for utility. Of course, you normally don't use the tough one with the improvised shield. Trilithium shield has come into play a few times. So just an even conversion, whatever that card is, way up there. Expertise. I had to put my glasses back on. And if I want to really make this a little smaller deck, 40 is a good size. I was really liking having a 50 card deck, since I don't really get to play with anybody anyway. Well, I've gotten to play a few people, but 45 seems like a nice happy medium, to where you can have just a few more cards in there for, I mean, yeah, you're decreasing your percentage of drawing what you want, but I'd like to get rid of this one, have maybe some more of this, more of these, and definitely some more field communicators, and maybe a little more orange. I only have 2 Papa Wheelies, and even then, the Papa Wheelies are nice because it gives you an extra turn as well. But of course, only with your motorcycles, but still, it gives you another turn. And if you use it to even just flip Chromia from bot to, you know, alt mode, not only are you getting an extra turn, you're able to pull in another white pip card from your deck at the same time. So that can help you get those plasma horn cards, which is what it's all about. Being able to utilize the white pip, the plasma horns, Oh crap, where'd it go? Oh, I have it over here. In your bite gang stratagem. So it's not this deck may not be as strong as many, but it's very fun. The matchups that I've done, including the one that I recorded, which, yeah, I made some mistakes in it. But it seems to work. It seems like there's something really here, which is really neat for a mix up of these kind of characters. But yeah, here's pretty much the lowdown that what I have, and like I said, I probably need to change it anyway. 1 steady shot for the extra 2 and the Pierce, 2 Papa Wheelies, 3 precision fires for the obvious orange black, diagnosis since they are all Autobots, surprise attack, head on collision, which head on collision has been really nice, 2 for the extra 3 attack on top of all this. Magnetic dysfunction ray, 1 rapid conversion. Maybe I should have another, and escape route. Hold the line, 1 blade fury, which has been really nice. Let's move up a little bit. 2 mission briefings, 2 piercing blasters, 2 handheld blasters, 2 grav inhibitors, 1 combat dagger for a little bold, trilithium shield, 2 plasma horns. I wish I had 3 improvised shields, 1 unflinching courage, 1 sturdy javelin, which needs to be less sturdy, and just out of here. The gravity phase charge, which I love this card. I need to tweak this a little bit. 1 brass knuckles, laser scalpel, 2 kinetic converters, 1 minor medic kit, 2 field communicators. I really should have another, 2 data pads. Maybe I should take 1 out. Debilitating crystal just because it was white, and then conversion expertise and 1 spy satellite uplink. So not a whole lot of attack, but there's a lot of neat abilities here between surprise attack, head on collision, blade fury. That can give you 3 when you put it on and then scrap it. It goes from 2 to 3. Just a lot of neat things here, and the whole point is, like I've said before, I'm repeating myself, I know, is that you're wanting to not just get the plasma horns and get it on there, flip less than 4 to add extra 2 or 3 depending on how many white pips you flip, without having to scrap it, on top of the 2 attack for the bite gang, whatever your orange is, plus whatever your actions are as well. So a little bold, but not too much bold, with a good bit of healthy pierce, between our grav inhibitors, the piercing blasters, etc. Ways to be able to flip our chromia back and forth when we need to, or even Sea-Watch if Fix-It is knocked out or whatever. So, in getting those extra turns in, this has been a really neat deck, and Field Communicator always comes into play, since they're all specialists and you're able to just draw a card and pretty much use it. Really fun stuff. But like I said, I need to maybe take a few unnecessary cards out for sure, like debilitating crystal and sturdy javelin, and maybe a few others. I mean, hold the line is the only secret action in here, and I may end up taking it out, even though it's white green. It has come into play a time or 2, but just some really neat tricks in here that are it's definitely not competitive, but it's very unexpected and it's really fun. So with that, that's all I've got for tonight. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and as always, remember to flip out and let's roll for it. Not quite done yet. Okay. did the video, then I started working and looking, and as you can tell, I even swapped out the Ultra Magnus armor. I may keep this little lineup I have because I kind of like it. Now, I did not get another field communicator. I just left the two. I did not get another brass knuckles. I couldn't find any more of those cards either. But I swapped, I swapped the javelin, and I got with a leap into battle, and I swapped something else for another leap into battle. And then at first I started swapping out like cards, like so I wouldn't have 3 of precision fires, which really don't help me much because I don't have very many bots in bot mode. So I found a rock toss and threw in a rock toss. I still have my 2 Papa Wheelies, and this was a white card here. Forgot what it was, but I changed it to a force field to help out with defense because I don't have a lot of armors. And then I found erratic cannon, and I'm like, well, quite crap. If I'm using a lot of white pips in here with a mixed deck, I'm going to need erratic cannon. That might really come into play. And then I didn't find another minor medic kit, but instead of having 2 grav inhibitors, I swapped 1 black pip card for an enhanced power cell. So now we have enhanced power cell and minor medic kit. And like I said, I swapped the Ultra Magnus armor for increased durability. So we all black pip cards, all extra health. So we can really deck these out a little better with a little more health boost. The orange pip card here, I think it was just the dagger with bold 1, and I'm like, I got plenty of weapons. Let me toss that and get a supercharge. I had 1 blue pip card that I swapped out, and I swapped it with a brainstorm to have at least 1 brave storm. And then I swapped a white card for acute reflexes to have both of these abilities in here. And what I found is what I've done. There goes the dishwasher. And I'm thinking, you know, I've got Pierce 3. These were, you know, if you remember, I had 2 grav inhibitors and 2 piercing blasters. And I'm thinking, well, that's a lot of pierce. And I didn't normally equip those cards all the time, much less because of the white pip action, because of the rescue patrol, being able to, you know, flip 2 whites, flip 3 more. I'm going and flipping a lot, so I'm not getting to use a lot of upgrades. So I swapped that 1 white upgrade for another orange for bashing shield. Like I said, the 1 grav inhibitor with one of the health black pip cards. So I may have to try this out here tonight before I go to bed. Don't have the ability to record while I play or anything. So, but and again, it's a 45 card deck, not 40, not 50, but right in between, 45. We'll see what happens, and maybe I'll get the chance and give you a summary or anything. If not, you know, this is I finally changed what I've been using to tweak it a little bit, and I'll see what happens. So I just wish I only have 1 PTT card, and I almost put it in here, but I'm like, no, I kind of like what I have. Let's see how this is going before I add any more double orange pips, which probably wouldn't hurt. But it did give me, from what I had, like 4 or 5 blue cards, to 7. Brass knuckles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got a little more blue in here now. We have at least 2 more orange in here, and my total white pips, 19. I had more like 20, 21 last time, or about 22. Now I'm down a little bit to 19. So that might help from getting these scrapped. Don't know. There's still that possibility with some of this bold here. You want a little bold, but that's going to help the rescue patrol more than is where I really want the bold is with them, not with the motorcycles. So that's how I would play this. So something to check out, something to tweak, something to have fun with. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed night. And, well, I've already done it, haven't I? Thanks again.